Ever wake up with absolutely no recollection of your dreams? Only that you remember you were in some dream world while you were sleeping. And when you wake up, things just feel so different. Different in a way that the feeling that you had while you were in the dream world felt so right, so correct, that now that you're back here, it just feels so like things are not in the right place anymore, or like things just seem to feel backwards. Although backwards makes it seem like there's this connotation that the dream world part are from or of the future, and went backwards to the now present. I don't really know, but it feels that way, I guess. Right now I feel that way. It's weird, but not really. It's not the first time I felt this, but I don't know, it's just fascinating how when I had woken up, or as soon as I had felt my consciousness return back to this physical realm, things feel like they're incomplete somehow. Or I'm getting memories of something similar that has happened. I can't recall. It's like when it's like remembering an event from before that was extremely fun, nice, and realizing that the same fun from that event isn't here right now, or has lapsed. I really can't recall the dream, but I want to, but I can't for some odd reason. I've been remembering other dreams pretty well so far. But after that one time when I decided not to write down a certain dream, because even though most of it, like 90% of the dream was good, there was one part that I didn't want to happen. And when I don't want something to happen, I don't write it down. So I didn't. And now I can't remember the dream. It's weird because it feels like, I guess in a way it feels like that I was saying earlier, how it seems like those are happenings thoughts, ideas, events from the future, or things that are yet to arrive here in this point of space and time. But at the same time, if I actually knew that, then I wouldn't feel this emptiness because it's not there yet. Or perhaps another way of looking at it is I can feel whatever the hell I want. And sometimes, even though things can be rationally analyzed, in a way to make the feelings unnecessary, there's still the feelings are still going to come, because they're not there because they're the rational thing to do. Yeah, a lot of times feelings aren't rational, but that doesn't mean they're wrong. So maybe I don't know. Now I just really want to remember that dream. And it's only now that I realize that I'm still shaking very much. Like, the way my heart is beating feels really weird. Not an unusual kind of weird, because I've had this experience, this feeling, more than a couple of times, maybe even regularly. This weird heartbeat thing is usually when I get woken up by I get woken up, like, if I'm sleeping, I'm not supposed to be woken up at all, because then my heart would palpitate for a good hour until it returns back to reality. That's what it's doing right now. Even though nothing woke me up, nobody woke me up. I woke up on my own. It woke up on its own. But it's still doing this weird pumping thing. Or maybe it's not that my heart is beating weirdly, but I am just unused to the way it's beating at the moment, because of the difference in my state. No idea. I don't even know I want to figure this out, but it's just interesting to me. Aren't dreams interesting? Like, I love thinking about dreams or talking about dreams, even when they're not the most safe dreams. Like, I get a lot of dreams where it's basically like a bunch of action movies in one. Even when I've stopped watching it, action films. Not stopped, more of I haven't watched films in a while. And but yeah, I still dream about things where some weird criminal case is happening, or I or where I have to run off to wherever and fight people, like battle, war with swords or martial arts. Why am I talking about that now? But yeah, cool stuff. I love dreams, and I love thinking about reality, like this actual existence that I'm living as a dream, when it gets hard to see it as something lighter. I guess it's because I have a tendency to take things too seriously. And so when I'm reminded not to, what I do is I try to think, okay, you know what, this can just all be a dream. And as also a lucid dreamer, not a regular lucid dreamer, but I guess if I had wanted to, I would, as a former lucid dreamer. I could probably apply the same skill set to this lifetime to this reality of just, if controlling the parts in a dream that aren't going well, to make them more fun. But at the same time, the whole reason why I stopped practicing lucid dreaming is because I kind of just wanted to not control what's happening in that part of my existence, because there's enough control I'm trying to do, or I'm predisposed to exercise in this existence. In my wakeful life, I'm already too much of a control freak sometimes. So I'm diagnosed control freak. So when I'm asleep, I just thought to myself that I'd rather be pleasantly surprised, or not even pleasantly, just surprise me, dream world. It's easier to be spontaneous or accept spontaneity when you're just sleeping anyway. Like, okay, I have a couple of hours to spend here doing nothing in the physical realm. Although not nothing, sleep is important. But that's what I used to think. Doing nothing in the physical realm. Just do whatever, right? But I wonder if there would be changes in that, if now, or when now in the future, what the hell am I saying? Now in the physical realm, in the wakeful life, in the wakeful life, I am starting to learn more how to be less control freaky and more open to spontaneity. Like, I don't have plans nor routines in this time now, and I figured out why. I I shouldn't. Not why I shouldn't, but why I don't. Although shouldn't is the more accurate term. But this is a whole other conversation. Yeah, why I shouldn't have routines or plans in this reality. I wonder if I should apply the planning skills to the dream world instead. Yeah, maybe try lucid dreaming again. Especially when I find it difficult to sleep. Maybe that can help me sleep, get to sleep easier, more easily, faster. Oh, yeah, I thought about this earlier, or not early, yeah, sort of like earlier. I haven't slept for that long. I slept in the morning, I guess, I don't know. Earlier, when I realized that whenever I'm doing art, I'm painting, or I'm writing a story, or stuff that don't exist here and are just stuff that don't make sense, I find it so much easier to sleep at night versus when I'm trying to make sense of things and I'm creating something that needs to make sense. When I'm doing that, it tires me out so much, but it doesn't. Like, it tires out my body, but it doesn't tire out my brain in a way that makes it stop. I just end up processing the thing, or processing the thing over and over again, or doing some other thing that could tire my brain out until it does. Yeah. Like, right now, I'm still pretty sleepy, but it's so hard for my brain to rest. And again, back to the dream. I kind of want to know what that was all about. But I can't recall. I honestly can't. So, or maybe I can in a bit. But yeah. Good morning, or whatever time of day it is. Does it matter? Does time matter? Wait. I wrote that somewhere earlier. Time is just a structure. What does it matter if a person wakes up in the morning, or another wakes up at night, and both of them get to do the same thing, create the same thing, spend the same amount of time and energy, but they're doing it on different points. If something, art especially, supposed to last generations, supposed to have an impact that can last generations, that can be for the benefit of the universal, then why would it matter when it ought to be made? Deadlines. Why would that matter if the same thing is still going to be read or seen many years later? Maybe it wasn't the right time to be manifested into reality when it missed the deadline. Maybe the person wasn't supposed to be awake at a certain time, or not supposed to not be in the dream world at a certain time that was expected of him. I can't recall more now. Yeah. What's the point of time? I don't know. No, I also had a thought about the point of time. Some people work really well with structures because they like to uphold them. They like to follow rules and boundaries, structures, so that works well with them. And others also work well with structures because they like to break them. Yeah, okay, whole other topic. Yeah. Maybe coffee now.